Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome once again to the Kettleson Cooking Show. Today we're going to do something a little different. Today we're going to make Thanksgiving for our dogs. That's true. I got a dog recently. His name's Butkus. He's sitting right here. He knows I'm going to make his food. I make this for him on a weekly basis, and I just keep it all week. So this is what Butkus eats. I know I'm a little bit different. I'm a little bit weird. My dog gets its own, I make my dog's own food just because I know that some of those are really good quality brands out there to make dog food, but I don't trust them. I like to make it myself. It's not that more expensive than buying from one of the major brands. But let's get started here. So what we're going to first need is a pot. Now I'm using these Tefal pot. The nice thing about it, it does have the cups on there, so I know how many I can measure from this pot. So first thing we're going to do is get 6 cups of water. Thanksgiving is coming, so I'm thinking that everybody can make this for their dogs for Thanksgiving, so that your dog has a delicious treat and doesn't just have to eat turkey from the table. He's going to get its own turkey. So once I have the 6 cups of water, I'm going to put it right on the grill. We're going to start it. Now you can get this pretty high here, so I like to have this going pretty good. On my oven I have a super boil, so we're going to put it on that super boil. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to have turkey. Now this is ground turkey. What's nice about this is it does do a lot of good stuff on there. It's very, very simple to eat. And 2 cups of rice. 2 cups of rice. So this is 2 cups of rice, everybody. You can see it's 2 cups of rice. We're going to put the rice right into the water. And then we're going to put the ground turkey right in with the rice. Now when you put the ground turkey in, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to mix it up. Right, Butkus? I know you like it when you like this ground turkey. Oh, I know. It looks so good, doesn't it? It really does. It looks really good. Now, once again, ground turkey, just like ground chicken. If we do get some on our hands, we want to make sure we wash our hands, because the same issues apply with turkey as they do chicken. But anyways, Butkus loves this. Now, what I'm going to do is just mix it. Now, I want to bring this to a boil. It's going to take about 5 minutes to bring it to a boil, but I also like to add a little salt. I'm not sure. Once again, I kind of made this recipe myself. I looked on the internet. There was a couple of recipes. I kind of merged a couple together, but I put a little salt in there. I'm not sure if he likes it or not. He seems like he likes it. Why, Butkus? You like it? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. He's wagging his tail right here. So, Butkus is a bulldog. Well, he's part bulldog. We're not quite sure what else he is. Some people think he's a number of different things, but he sure has been fun to have. I will tell you that. Just walking him every day and doing that fun stuff with him. I never was a dog person. I like to watch animals on TV, but I don't really like to be around animals. But during the quarantine and stuff, my daughters were on me to get an animal. Actually, my middle daughter has been on me to get an animal since she was probably 4 years old. And she ended up we ended up getting this dog, and now where is she to help take care of it? Nowhere to be found. So I know that a lot of you parents out there are thinking about getting a dog. I'm just telling you that rumor is true. They will be nowhere to be found once they do come home to you. Now I'm just going to bring this to a boil. It's going to take about 5 minutes. So while that's going, I'm going to stop the camera, and then we'll start up again in a couple minutes. All right? Okay. Welcome back. It's been about 5 minutes. Now what I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm mixing this, because you want to make sure that that turkey gets broken up. Now, I love Thanksgiving, and there's no reason why you can't give your dog a great Thanksgiving. because quite frankly, they deserve Thanksgiving too. We should be thankful for a lot of things that we do have. And one of the things that I'm sure that Buckus is thankful for is all the good food he eats. In fact, that's one thing that Buckus loves is food. You know, the dog that we have right now, we got him at the shelter. He's been a great dog, but he does have a little bit of an issue around food. We had to do the whole pull the ball trick, the bowl trick away. Now, once again, I don't know anything about dogs, so this is my first dog that I've ever had in my life. That's been mine. I love him. He's great. He's a snuggler. He's a fantastic dog. We go on walks all the time, but he does get a little bit aggressive around food. And it's kind of weird because every dog has their own little thing, just like humans have their own little thing, you know. They got their quirks. But as you see, this is starting to boil. Now, once it starts to boil, what I want to do is I want to turn it down to low. I usually put it on 2. My range has, you know, counting backwards, it has super boil, then it has 5, 4, 3, 2, and then low. I usually put it somewhere between 2 and low. Because quite frankly, what we want to do now is we want to let that rice cook. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it. The other 2 ingredients that we're going to put in there is we're going to put green beans. And these are the frozen Kroger green beans. And I just buy 1 bag. And then 1 bag of carrots. I have 1 bag of carrots that I use. Because quite frankly, I want to make sure that the dog has good vegetables. Just like everybody else, dogs need a good diet. The one thing I will tell you about this diet that I have noticed, he does a really good job of going to the bathroom. It's nice and firm, it's not juicy or anything like that. So I know there's a lot of different things that you can do. My neighbor, he's a beer man. He makes his own beer. And one of the things that they talk about are some of the ingredients, especially the byproducts of beer making, is really good for dogs. Haven't tried that yet. Don't know if I suggest it, but I'm just hearing these things from quality sources that are telling me yes, these are. They have 2 dogs of their own. So you may want to investigate this a little bit more on the internet. This is my simple recipe. So once again, we have 6 cups of water. We have 2 cups of rice. We have 1 pound of turkey, 6, 2, 1. And then we have 1 12-ounce bag of green beans, 1 12-ounce bag of frozen carrots. Now what we're going to do is we're going to let that sit for 20 minutes. And when we get 20 minutes, then we are going to add the vegetables, cook it for 5 more minutes, and then we are done. We let it cool, and Buckus's food is done for the week. So when that 20 minutes comes up, I'm going to be right back. We're just going to let that cook there. All right. So it's been about 20 minutes, and you can see that the rice and the turkey have really started to come up, and it looks really, really good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it, I'm going to give it a quick stir. And then I'm going to put in my vegetables. Now once again, I just use frozen vegetables for this. And I'm going to pour in 1 bag. And then I'm going to pour in the 12-ounce bag of carrots. I can't tell you how simple this is. For all you dog lovers, giving your dog a treat on Thanksgiving, man, it would be nice. I don't know how you guys feel about the whole, you're supposed to eat before your dog, and I most of the time do that. Or that's what they say. I read on the internet, I should say. But what you want to do is you want to really mix this up here. It's going to cook for about another 5 minutes. And you want to make sure that you get, the vegetables nice and mixed in there. But they say you're supposed to eat after your dog, or your dog's supposed to eat after you. The dog's supposed to wait for you to eat. I'm not sure about all that stuff, but it's supposed to be some kind of dominance thing. It's supposed to be something very good. Buckus is right here. Not sure how he feels about that. He sits at the table every day and waits to eat. Do you smell your food, Buckus? Buckus smells his food. That's why he's right here. We're going to let this cook for 5 more minutes. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you what it finally looks like. Because what I do is I then let it cool for about an hour. And then I love Greek yogurt, this non-fat Greek yogurt. For those of you who don't know, or on Weight Watchers, it's a 0-point food. You got to be careful though with the Greek yogurt because some of the Greek yogurt actually does have a lot of points in it. You just got to look on, make sure that you're using the Weight Watchers program correctly. And if you're scanning the UPC codes, that you get the ones that are 0 point. It's the non-fat plain Greek yogurt. And what I do with the plain Greek yogurt is I add a little bit of the honey to it. I put it with honey and then blueberries. And then because I've been having had this heart attack thing, I've been on this blood thinner. And so one of the side effects of the blood thinners is you do get more cramping than normal. So I've been having a banana every day with it, with my multivitamin. But the truth to the matter is you don't really know, right? I mean, the banana has actually helped me. I mean, I really haven't had any cramping since I started eating the banana a day. Now that does have some points to it, but I figure the trade-off is there. So I'm going to let this cook for 5 more minutes. Once we get 5 more minutes, then I'm going to start to break it. I'm going to let it cool for an hour, and then I will break it down into these particular containers. Now, next week I'm going to do the Thanksgiving turkey. So I know a lot of us are making turkeys this year that are smaller. So I'm going to do a quick Thanksgiving turkey that's a smaller one so that people can see it doesn't have any legs. For those of you who like the dark meat, this bird is not going to have it. This is mostly just the breast. But it'll be perfect for if you have a small family gathering for Thanksgiving this year. Wonderful. Okay, 5 minutes has gone by. Now I'm here. Our dog food is complete. Thanksgiving dinner for Buckus, or his weekly meal. Now the nice thing about this, once you have this complete like this, now I just give it a little stir here, and I'm going to take it off the heat, let it cool. The nice thing I do for Buckus on this is you can switch up stuff. So whatever you have lying around the house, if you have extra Brussels sprouts, whatever you have, you can just throw in there. Now you got to be a little bit careful. I read online that dogs shouldn't be eating garlic. So before you put it in there, check online. But for the most part, like any kind of vegetable that you have is, you want to check online first, of course. But Buckus seems to love those Brussels sprouts, amazingly. I've seen him eat asparagus. Now, this dog will eat just about anything. So really, I don't know if that means anything. But what I do then is I take my containers and I start to put it out. Now, I like to do like, I don't know, I give Buckus about I give Buckus a good scoop or 2 of these, 2 scoops of this for breakfast and then 2 scoops for dinner. Yeah, Buckus has 2 meals a day. Not sure if that's good once again. Have no idea about dogs. I really know nothing about animals. But he seems to like 2 meals a day. I usually give him a meal after breakfast and then I give him a meal after I eat dinner. So I just split it up into these containers. Now I usually let this cool a little bit longer. This is pretty hot. The funny thing is my daughter Elizabeth will sit there and eat this right here. And you could eat this. I mean, this is, obviously, I don't know if I would, but it's definitely a high quality dog food. Very easy to make. And especially for like something like Thanksgiving, I mean, he's gonna love this treat here. This is a little hot. I should have probably waited a little bit longer, but we'll see what we can do here. So as you see, it makes about 4 containers, 4 big yogurt containers of food. And I like to be a little sloppy when I put it in there, because guess who's going to get the little bit of sloppiness? I'm going to try to give Buckus that, because that's going to be kind of cool. That's why he's sitting right here next to my feet, because he knows he's going to get a little treat here. Now once again, when you're doing this at home, you may want to let that cool for a little bit, because that was pretty hot. And then I'm going to cover these up, put these in the fridge. And then once I cover them up and I put them in the fridge, now it's Buckus' time. Now what I do is I take the leftovers that are on the counter here, because it wasn't so particular about putting it all in the containers. And I let him have some. So let's put these away. He's getting ready. He knows it's coming. The other thing you can do is you can freeze this. So like I usually will just freeze one of them for later in the week. I don't think it's the killer. I haven't freezed them a lot too, you know. But I will freeze them just to make sure that, you know, that if for some reason or another I felt that there might be something bad. Here you go, Buckus. Here, let's see. You ready, buddy? You ready? Here. Here you go. See, show everybody how much you like the food. Yeah, good job. See, he loves it. Well, a little bit of a different episode of Kettleson Cooking Show this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Try making your dog some food this Thanksgiving. Just like Buckus is licking just that little bit up, your dog will surely love it. And I wish everybody a happy, healthy Thanksgiving. Please, if you like the videos, subscribe. I'm supposed to tell you that, and hit the the bell button. If not, okay. Secondly, make sure everybody, I really want to know, everybody, happy Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Have a healthy and happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.